Hello, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that has got involved in some sort of it's like an I Love Lucy like plot, right? I want this to happen, but I can't really just like directly ask for it, so I have to create this like strange situation so that I get what I want. This could be about somebody who is like testing their partner or trying to catch their best friend or their sibling in a lie, but they end up creating a problem for themselves. So, whatever trap they set or whatever they're trying to achieve, it just goes horribly wrong. I guess kind of like I Love Lucy, right? So, let's call on spirit with a little bit of moonshine time. But apparently, this leads to a falling out between friends or people who are dating, because I do pick up on some no contact, or I think we're done here, we're not friends anymore kind of thing. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member of the channel. Thank you to the current members. We will have a members only live stream for the stars and the towers on Tuesday, upcoming Tuesday. See, I think that one would be the 7 p.m. version. So we alternate between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for those of you who have recently joined the members. And thank you to those who hype my videos. It's a new feature, not available for everyone. So if you have it, you better use it. What do we have? We've got the Ace of Rings or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Magician in the reverse. This is like someone who's paying to like get owned, you know what I mean? To look silly. So they put in all of this effort, or they come up with a little plan. They got the little notebook, but it does not go the right way. For those of you who may be a little bit older, there's a book series that I'm thinking of as well. It's definitely old. I think the copy that I'd had was printed in like 1962, but it's called Amelia Bedelia, and it's about a good intentioned maid who always seems to take directions too literally or the wrong way. So we might have someone here who's working with a partner, or they themselves are a little bit, can I say dense? Is that rude? They don't always follow the directions the way that they are intended to be followed. Let's just put it that way. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, someone who has lost their temper and feels like they've lost their chance. I do feel like there's an argument happening between friends or between, partners in crime. But it's all because whatever I'm trying to do, whatever manipulative game I'm trying to play, it blows up in my face and it makes me look like, I'm a meddler, probably because they are meddling, right? So we have the Emperor and the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's someone here who sees what happens, or the plan is like revealed in front of them, and they're like, that's pretty lame. I think I'm out of here. So they might think that they have this great plan, but it ends up not going very well. Hello, Carly. How you doing? Hello, April. How's your day? We've got the Three of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this feels to me like we just have some inability to communicate. Like it would be so much easier to just get to the heart of the matter and like bring it up and let's like talk through it. But instead, they have to take this like backwards way. And as a result, it causes an argument or even a breakup. Hey, Bedlam, how you doing? Same. I can't though. I'm just gonna take my car in. Hello, how's it going, Aqua Beauty? So we've got the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So the truth comes out, the plan is exposed, and what was, being pursued that they thought they would be able to achieve easily with this little plot of theirs, it doesn't go well. Even with the plans that they had, those plans get discovered by the emperor, the person that they were trying to kind of like game or fool, right? All right, let's get a few from the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Hey Laura, how you doing? Indeed. Ooh. I can't help it. When someone says that, I hear Worf from Star Trek and his version of that. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, really? This is looking more and more like we have somebody who's trying to test their partner to see if they would be loyal. So I feel like this Emperor is in a long-term relationship, and the person they're in a relationship with is questioning or doubting whether or not they are loyal. So it's like, all right, well, I'm going to like engineer my own little test here for you and see if you're actually loyal. But not a good idea. This could be happening right before someone gets married. And we have this silly plan to parade temptation in front of this Emperor. If no one's looking, if no one would know, what would you do? Except for there's a camera looking right at you. There's something here where it's like, this just does not seem legitimate. This does not seem believable. And I don't know if they just like straight up start to look to see if there's a camera or if they start looking for their partner. But this Emperor is like, oh, this ain't right. Something's weird here. Hey, Danielle, how you doing? Hello, RJ. How are you doing? Oh, I don't know about that. There's a lot of people out there that might think they're pretty awesome because of looks, but you have to have more to offer than that. Seven of Cups, Page of Wands in the reverse. Illusion. But it doesn't go off. It doesn't work out. I don't even know. What is that like? Is it just on YouTube? There's some setup that they do where they have the hidden cameras and they're trying to see if somebody's going to step out on their relationship. It's like someone's doing their like home version, their homebrew version of it. Okay, this person's traveling, or I'm going to say I'm out of town. And then this other person comes in and they're super attractive, Knight of Wands. So there's probably going to be some, flirting or whatever. And if I'm not there, what happens? This is someone who's like going into it like, I bet you're going to cheat. Like they have negative expectations. And let me just tell you, if you're going to go through your life testing the people that you should be trusting or have demonstrated that they're trustworthy, and you act like this, you're not going to end up with very many people in your inner circle that are actually trustworthy, right? You have to be able to trust but verify, right? Oh, I hope you get it back, Daniel. You're on a little bit of thin ice, Thor. You are welcome here. We can always figure it out. But I'm going to need you to be respectful. Sometimes you act like we are a thing and I don't know you. And that's weird, okay? You're welcome here. But yeah. So this is like unfortunate because I think someone is testing a trustworthy individual, but exposing themselves as being incapable of trusting, right? So if I send a friend while I'm not there and they're hoping to catch you make a mistake, and instead it just exposes that you don't trust this person who has been quite trustworthy, it could cause an argument, right? I'm sorry you went through that. All right. So we have the Morgan Greer and another Hanged Man coming out. So I thought I was going to catch you, and instead I get caught, is how it looks. Whoever made this plan, probably the King of Pentacles. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely a friend or acquaintance. I feel like I can kind of, I don't know, put the two of you together and something will happen, or they'll flirt with you and then I'll have proof that you're not trustworthy. This is going too far. This is too much. So we have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So, they go looking for heartbreak, right? They're like, hey, I'm going to test this person, and I bet I can't trust them. So they're looking for heartbreak. But the heartbreak that they find isn't the heartbreak that they expect. It's this person doesn't actually go for the bait, if you will, is not interested in another person, but they do see the wizard behind the, what's it, Kate? I don't know. They figure it out. They know that there's a plan here. And it's like, okay, so you wanted to like waste all this time and make me feel silly when I've been doing nothing but making it pretty apparent that I'm trustworthy. And it just kind of demoralizes them, right? Hello, Anne. How you doing? That's fair, RJ. But still, we try. Otherwise, you let the other people win, right? Two of Pentacles indicates a decision. So now that you've seen that I'm trustworthy, it has exposed to me that it doesn't matter how trustworthy I am, you're not going to trust me. So what are we doing here? Maybe I shouldn't be in a relationship with you, because even when I've been, a stellar partner, even when I've been trustworthy, you're over here setting up little, like, pranks or whatever. Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. So we have someone finding out, yeah, they were loyal, but now they aren't. Now they've decided they don't want to be in a relationship because of how the Magician in the reverse acted, this King of Pentacles. So you had this relationship, you didn't trust it, and as a result, this person's upset and the relationship ends. So we could have a friend that is blocked. We could have the two people who are in a relationship blocking each other. Oh, thank you, Bumface. How you doing? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, because sometimes I worry that it's too early, but I'm like, there are people in different time zones, just trying to get in a reading before I get my own changed. But thank you. I appreciate that. So we have the Death in the reverse, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Eight of Wands. This is like, I can't believe you would do this. I've lost interest in you now because you're impossible. I've done everything that I could, or I've been, a gentleman, or I've been super honest, or I've been a sweetheart, whatever it is, right? I've been there. And then you go and you pull this stuff. That's ridiculous. I think I will go elsewhere. I think I'll just keep it moving. So they ruined their own happy relationship by refusing to believe that it's happy. This is the Love Oracle. So that is why trust is important, right? Hey, Aqua Beauty. I do have to keep it a little bit short this morning because I have to go to the car shop here. But let me write that down. If I can't get to it in this one, I will absolutely do it in the next one. Ooh, wrong pen. I have multiple pens, but I'm weird, you guys. It has to be the same reading pen that I've been using, which, if you're curious, is this calligraphy made by Zig. It's got 2 different sides, you guys. It's pretty cool. I know, you're jealous. All right, so I got you written down, girl. I will let you know if I have to do it in the next reading. Thank you. In the woods. Ooh, that's awesome. I'm a little jealous. Although I do think I'll be able to record shorts for you at the park again. It's starting to cool down, thankfully. Finally. All right, so this person who wanted to test their relationship, they're getting this epiphany. They're realizing just how trustworthy and wonderful their partner really is, but it exposes their toxicity, their unwillingness to believe that someone could be faithful. And it's all because they let their third-party friends or their peers make them worry about something that wasn't actually a concern. There are a lot of people out there who are not faithful, and that's a valid concern. But we can't let other people's experiences over-influence, or maybe even influence too much at all, our own intuition, right? Sometimes you just know that someone's, what do they say, a good egg? That someone is trustworthy, and this emperor is upset because they felt like they'd done what they needed to show that. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? That's perfect. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to pens and markers and all of that. Like, I always have to have a collection. In fact, I've even like bought these for friends and like handed them out. Missing you, craving and desiring. Well, now that I've messed it up, now that I assumed the worst about you, I've lost you. Because I couldn't just trust that maybe you're a good person and maybe you're treating me the way that you should. So this is a past life that, I shouldn't say past life. It's a pattern that this person has experienced over multiple cycles. That could be, past lives having the same issue. But this is a lesson that they have yet to learn, which is namely, how do I trust somebody and not let that insecurity or jealousy take over? So this is somebody who's taking a little bit of time to themselves, really thinking about what's happened and wanting to come back around and make amends with the emperor. I know I shouldn't have tested you. I know I should have just trusted you and appreciated the way that you had treated me. But instead, what I did was assume the worst about you. But I miss you. How can I get you back? I can't stop thinking about you, and I don't want anybody else. I think this emperor is going to be a little bit torn, because they did at one point envision having a life with this person, but it's been really difficult to see their partner in a different light, or to see how their partner underestimated or even like unfairly judged them. Like, you broke what we had. We had worked for so many, months, maybe even a couple years to try to build that trust. And then you let it just like shatter in one day because you decided you wanted to test it. So while they didn't discover some shocking affair or cheating behavior, it was still effective at exposing some cloudy judgment. It just happened to be their own cloudy judgment in deciding to test somebody who had been faithful. So I don't know if they're going to be able to reconcile or get this relationship back on track, because there are a lot of different ways that you can break the trust that you build with someone, and this would be one of them, right? This is the Love Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, that's so cool, Aqua. I'm happy for you. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't have the Moonology deck, but I think I saw it on, oh, what's her name? Now I can't remember her name. I think it's too early in the morning. I'll figure it out. Divine something, I think. All right, so this person has jealousy or issues with trusting because they still have some attachments to their ex. I'm attached to my ex emotionally, physically, or spiritually, and I need time and space to break this connection. In other words, they may have been having some thoughts that they didn't feel very comfortable with about their ex, or they may still be dealing with the trauma or the pain they experienced in that relationship if they were cheated on, for example. Then we have ghosted. So they may have been ghosted by a previous relationship. I'm sorry. Ooh, or they ghosted this person. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Yeah, see, this was going just fine until this person decided they needed to test the relationship. And now they're feeling lost without this emperor. The emperor does not need to be a man, remember. And the King of Pentacles doesn't need to be a man either. This is saying we've got somebody who is in a stable connection, somebody who was with a person that was doing right by them, and they've fumbled it because they were too nervous about what it was really all about. So they're going to reach out to this emperor. There's something that they really want to share with the emperor. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I do think that there's going to be another attempt to reconcile from this person who is not very trustworthy. Is it going to go well? I don't know. Maybe. Get a view from what's the news, and then I'm going to call it. But I will be back as long as it doesn't take 3 hours to change my Is it Mimi? I did have a donation come through, and I'm going to do that question on the next reading. If you want, you can do that now, but I will be back later in the day. I generally do those super chat questions when it looks like we're FaceTiming because it's on my phone, because I like to do longer readings with that one. But for this, we've got someone who is a little conflicted. Do I go and try to save this connection, or do I just run away? Do I just let it kind of go by the wayside because I messed it up? Because I was trying to play detective and catch someone doing something that they weren't really doing, right? Hey, Steven, how you doing? I think this emperor is saying, no, I'm done. I know you want us to get back together, but I don't know how I could trust you if after all of that, you couldn't trust me. Because sometimes it is about projection, right? Somebody may fail to trust you because they have been fighting their own temptations, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope to see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the hypes, and I'll see you later. Toodles.